Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Monpjc, accompanied by
HaloPhoenix. Hello guys.
Hello Halo, how are you doing?
I'm alright.
Jolly good.
Yeah?
So I'm very well actually. We're a little bit late getting this episode of NOOB CRAFT up on the internet. I can't speak properly.
Put your teeth in.
Thanks. Oh look, there's a salmon swimming on the surface over there. Primarily because I'm going to stand away from the chickens because they're noisy.
They're really noisy.
Primarily because it was my birthday on Monday when we normally do this episode recording. So we're recording on the day it's supposed to go up. Oh, thanks. So today's episode, I'm just bouncing around a little bit, is about building because you have this house here.
With no windows and one door.
No windows and just the one door.
Yep.
So I want to show people how to go about building some house. This is random.
Don't ask.
Okay. I know you've been doing lots in this area, so you've been doing this. Can I go down and show them your little...
Yeah, go for it.
Your expanding.
Home.
So I've got a very tiny little square area, and in here, you've opened this right up.
Yeah.
So your little hobbit house...
It's a big hobbit house.
It's a big hobbit house.
Yep.
So it's starting to grow. And this is certainly something people can do, is they can start expanding on their room, and making it bigger by doing stuff. And you've got a little table and some chairs.
Yep.
It's nice. And you put the furnace and the crafting bench in the wall.
Yep. Improvised.
That's good. Yep. And you've
a
got a bed
scary
now.
Picture.
And a picture. Yep. So we'll do a bit of furnishing in some other examples of what we can do.
Yep.
I'll keep your door shut.
Thanks.
Don't want any mobs getting in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with something very basic.
Okay.
Because normally you'd be starting with something... We went down and made a little hobbit hole like this.
We did.
So I'm going to use this area just to build some little crazy huts.
Okay.
Just to show people what you can get away with doing.
Crazy huts.
Yep. So first of all, I'm going to start with a little mud bunker.
What?
It's the sort of thing you might do. So you might start off with a shovel. And you might just dig an area, which is sort of just 9 blocks, like this, just to make yourself a little hole.
Okay.
With one at the front here like that. And then what you can do is you can sort of build up around the outside.
You have planning permission to build around near my house?
No, I didn't. So I'm going to start hacking away at the sides over here, collecting some more earth. So you'd normally do that and you'd like collect loads of earth while you're doing this. And as you can see, it starts growing over the top.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to give it a little bit of shape here on the back. And luckily I have a big pile of it that I've collected already.
Okay.
And then you can go and do something like this. And what will happen is over time that will grow over.
Okay.
The grass will grow over the top of it and it'll all be covered in.
Okay.
And you've got a bit of a hole here. And you can sort of stick some lights in down here. And then we can do the normal thing. We can make our crafting bench.
Furnace.
And you can put that in the corner. And then we can make a couple of, or make some doors. We'll just make one door for now.
Hey.
And then you've got this little hole that you can hide in.
Oh, cool.
And if you want to, you can put a block there and dig that one out. So you can sort of like get down inside.
Okay.
And you've got this little mud hut then. And you're sort of down a level as well. So you can see the baddies coming from outside. So you've got that.
Oh, cool.
We'll come back to that in a minute because that'll let the grass grow over it. So yeah, you get this sort of little mud hut like that. It's not the most attractive thing in the world.
It's not, but if you don't want to be seen, that's quite good.
As you saw, that took me just a few seconds to build. It was really quick.
But you can do that with wood. Like planks.
Well,
Like,
see, that's where I'm going next.
See.
So the next version up from that is you could build this out of stone if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So you can
that
do
look
like
really cool. Look like a little bunker.
yeah, it could be like a
That'd
little
be cool.
bunker. And you could take these edges off as well, because once you've got them, once you've got these bits in the middle there, they'll stay floating there.
Yeah.
So you can sort of like give it an edge
cool.
like that. It looks a bit like an igloo.
Doesn't it? You could do it in white.
Yeah, well there are igloos in the game.
Is there?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Oh.
When we do our main series. So there you go, see?
Oh, I like that.
And that'll grow over with grass, and you could put it under a tree, and you could have that properly well hidden.
Oh,
Yeah?
that's really cool.
Okay, so that's the first example. Now the next example is very much like a villager's house. So the way the villagers make their house is with a stone bottom and then with wood.
Right.
So I was just thinking where to build it. Should I build it over here by the river?
Yeah.
So it's got like a little view out over the river here. And I'll use that crafting bench to help me. So first of all, we do exactly the same. They have theirs on a base of 9 blocks like that.
Oh, right.
And then you put some stones in here like this, and that gives you some steps. And you've got a little step then, and you can walk up and down that now. Yeah?
Okay.
Makes that easier.
I need to pimp mine out a bit.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to use some oak. And what they do is they make some little posts like this on the corners. You can make the... Actually, I should actually make this bigger, because
I was going to say that's tiny.
that's tiny, isn't it? I think I'm thinking of a 9x9 floor.
Yeah, not the area.
Alright, where's my stone? Oh, I picked it up and didn't put it in the right place. Let's go round one more like that. That should be a bit bigger, shouldn't it?
There you go.
See, it's a little 4x4 area in here. It might be tiny, but it does give them the space they want.
Cool.
And then what they do then is we'll just use some planks like this, and they'll leave a gap for a window.
So it's like a build on textures, isn't it?
Yeah. So you do that like that. Now what we want to do then, is why it's quite useful to have the windows there, is they have like a little weird roof situation thing going on the top here.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is to actually get the effect to look right, I'm actually going to use some earth. You'll follow where I'm going, because I want the wooden blocks on top to all face upwards. So I'm just going to fill this in like that. Looks a bit crazy what I'm doing. I'm going to take some more oak logs like this, and then I'm going to stand them like that.
Okay.
So this is going to be our roof.
Looks like a helipad.
Looks a bit like a helipad. Yeah, so you got this sort of like sticky up roof, and then you can come in here and punch the earth out quite easily.
Window. No window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll stick a door on the front there like that. And a torch. There we go.
You know what we do in a house.
So that's a very tiny version of a little like wood cabin log house.
Okay.
You can also alternate this, so you can make it as wide as you want with more wood around the side to make the walls bigger. You could also make it a block taller if you wanted to, so you've got a bit more headspace in here, because obviously this is quite low.
Yep.
So you might want to make that higher up, for example. Or what you could do is similar to what you've done in your house over here, which the villagers also do, which is they put a ladder in the corner to go up a floor and then put a flat roof on.
Okay.
So you could have a flat roof on top of that as well.
So you know, like the corners.
These corners.
These corners. Can you put? You know, you did the stairs, the L-shaped stairs.
I
you do
could,
something like
yes.
that
So
just to give it a bit more of a
roof look.
pretty look.
Yeah, none of these are supposed to look fantastically brilliant
I
to
know mine
start
looks like a
with.
prison, but it's fine. I'm working on it.
Right, so if I collect those, and what I can do is if I just hop up here like this.
That's it.
Right, now if I point in the corner, oh, didn't work. Didn't get the right corner. I don't think it's going to do. I might not do it because these are like logs rather than. No, I won't do it on there because they're logs. What you were thinking of was this, though, weren't you? You were going to like take those out like that.
Yeah.
And you were thinking of something more like this type of roof. The game is conspiring against me.
Is it because your bottom block is a wood?
I don't know. I think it's because they should go. I would have thought they would have gone in. See, what I could do is Halo's proper got me going off in a tangent now.
Sorry.
So we could actually make them all like this. There we go.
Yay, there you go.
So you've got
That's
this,
what I meant.
when you get the corners like that, they join in. It's obviously because
We're using dirt.
you need the others to be the same.
That's
So
it.
yeah, you can make it look a bit more like that.
That's what I do with my little house. I was playing about with it the other day.
Right.
My house in the forest somewhere that I can't remember where I put it. And I did.
Oh, is that the one I've
corners like
seen in
that.
the
Yeah, it's
woods?
like a green, like mint green colour.
Okay, I see.
Experimenting.
I got that recipe wrong. So this is the other thing you can do as well. You can make little fences,
Oh, cool.
and then what you can actually do is you can actually put them in the windows.
Oh.
Let's get that block out of the way. See?
Oh, cool.
So
That's
it
a
then
good
looks
idea.
like a little window. So
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you won't.
I like that.
If that was low down, you might get like a one high mob climb through there, like a cave spider or a baby zombie might be able to get through that hole.
Oh.
So that's one way of actually blocking that up. You can actually even make, this is a little bit more advanced, you can actually make some proper little tiny windows as well if you're clever with the stairs.
Tiny
So
window.
if I get in there like that, you can get a little hole there like that.
Cool.
See?
Oh.
So you can do all sorts of different things
I didn't know that.
by making them look a little bit more fancy. And it's just a bit of experimenting around with the wood that you've got to actually make windows look different.
Yeah.
And you can change the styles.
I'd never thought of doing that. Thank
And some people often do this if the building was much bigger. So if this was all closed off here, if you a bit of imagination, that would look like the window, and this looks like a windowsill poking out over the top. Yeah. So there are different ways of doing stuff just to make the sides of the building look different. So you can just put some
That looks
different
good.
textures in. So a little bit of depth just helps. Right, so my next house is a fair bit bigger.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to have to like whiz along while I'm doing this. So what I've done is I've marked out with some torches a 7 by 11 area.
Right. Yep.
And my plan is I'm going to show you the basic structure but not build the whole thing.
Okay.
Because we won't have enough time.
God, it's big, isn't it? Need on-hold music.
Yeah, I didn't talk too much because I know it's a bit noisy with it like
It's
that.
really noisy.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a stone base.
Okay.
And we'd normally put this all the way round. So I'm sort of trying to give you an idea of what this will look like. And then what I might do is finish this off camera, because we did say that we would build everything without any cuts.
Yep.
But anyone new watching this isn't going to want to watch me build this for the next half hour.
No.
So what we do is we do that, and then we do something like we could put a floor in, so you can do floors like that. That might look a bit more interesting. You might even decide to run wood this way, so you've got a wooden floor.
Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like that one.
You can even do things like that. So.
Oh, okay. So it's two. Okay.
And you can sort of like. You have to do a bit more fiddling around, but yeah, you can sort of like change it up so you got a bit more of a pattern.
Oh.
Or you could just put down wooden planks, which is obviously very popular as well. Where did I put them? Like that. And of course you can get these in all the different colours of wood, so you can have a whole range of different colours. Now, one material I have collected here is dorite, which you probably found a lot when you're mining.
Yep.
Now you can actually, when you normally put this down, I'll put some down to start with. So where's the middle of my house? Somewhere about here. So if I put some down here, you can see that it's not the prettiest of stones.
No.
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 So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rest of it and I'll put it in a block of 4 here, and I get polished dorite. And that actually has a much nicer, softer look to it. Yeah, well, this is why this is Noob Craft. This is all about showing you what you can do. So what I'm going to do here is, do you remember farmhouses?
Yep.
What farmhouses look like? So what we will do is we'll take some of this and we'll make a whole load of polished diorite, because if you remember, they have these like really nice soft white walls.
You could also do an igloo with your first house.
You could.
That's going to be my next mission.
That's there like that, and I might just fill that side in there like that. And then if I take this door, and the side you put the door down is the side it sits in.
Right. I see.
So if I open that and come out, I'm going to put that there, and we can stand on the tree and have a look.
Ta-da!
See, so you get these white panels on the wall. See what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So it's a little bit more of a different type of contrast in colour. And then what we can do then is we can sort of hop up here onto the roof. If I do something like that, just as a building block, just to give you an idea of what this is going to look like. And then you can use stairs. That was terribly placed, wasn't it?
You did that on purpose, though.
Yeah. I can probably do it from here quicker. Like that. Like that. And like that. And then that then looks a bit like a roof.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, so you can use the steps as a roof. And if I was to climb up there, I could put these all up and we'd have a nice arched roof going
That'd
up
be cool.
there. The other thing you can also do with wooden blocks as well is if we go back to our crafting table over here, I'll just sprint over here. What I can do is I can take a whole load of these and put them as a flat line in the bottom, and I get slabs.
Oh yeah, I accidentally did that the other day instead of playing.
You did you?
Yeah. And I got a random button.
Oh, by one block of wood.
Yeah. I was thinking, what am I going to do with that?
So what you can do then is you can put these along there like that, and you can have a much lower sloping roof that's coming down.
I see.
Let's hop up on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then what we can do is we can just, if I come...
So do people know how to do this? Because I didn't.
What's this?
You sort of on the edge.
Yeah, so I'm holding the shift key down.
Because I didn't and I fell off.
Yep. So if I'm like this and I just walk off,
Yep.
I will fall off. But if I hold the shift key, you see I can't fall off the edge. I'm actually dangling off the edge, but I'm holding on.
It's good because you can also put blocks if you want to go a bit further. I know with my mining, if I get into a ravine, I can hang over and put a little staircase to the other side.
Yep, so you can like lean out and
Yeah.
see what you're actually doing. Right, so that's that one. So let's have a look and see what that bit of roof looks like. See? That's got a much more of a slope to it than this one. This one would be quite a tight step rate to it, whereas this one would be quite shallow. And something you might actually want to do, just to show people how you do make them, you make buttons like that, one block in there like that, because what will happen is normally the mobs will try to spawn on anywhere dark.
Yep.
So you'll end up with mobs spawning on these areas here.
Oh.
So if you put a button down, the mob can't spawn on top of the button. This is a half slab. You can see, look, it's a half slab above this level, whereas this is a full block. It would be able to spawn on top of the block. So if you make a load of buttons, you would be able to put all
I've
your
got
buttons.
loads then.
You can put all your buttons along there like that. You see, the buttons won't go on this one because it's a half block. But you can put them all the way along the roof, and it gives it a little bit more of a look as well. Let's hop back up on the tree.
Oh yeah.
See?
Oh.
So you can get some proper textures going on in the game.
Yeah.
And you can just keep building on this and building on and building on it. So this is more like a farmhouse. The ones I've actually done this with the slow sloping roof, and I bring it out much further. And I've used fence posts like this.
Yep.
So if I take a single fence post and put it on the ground, it acts as just a pole, and you can put them up and it can make it look like supports holding the roof up and everything.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's that. Obviously you would build a lot more in here. I might actually come back on here and I might finish this off. And we can use this as a house to store stuff in or something like that.
Yep.
And you can put walls up inside and all sorts of things.
Cool.
So I'm conscious of time. So I'm going to show you the super build now.
Super build.
But we're going to use something called a structure block.
What's that?
Now, a structure block is something you can't get in the game normally. This can only be got by using a modded or by using the opt versions of the game to allow you to do things. So what I'm going to do is, or what I've done already is, oh actually it won't even let me use the block unless I'm in creative mode.
So do people know how to do creative mode? If they're a bit frightened about being in survival, because I know I definitely was when I started.
The game mode allows you to change. You've got to have cheats turned on in your game.
Right. Okay.
Many survival worlds won't be allow you to use the cheats.
Oh, okay.
We have it turned on because
I die a lot.
we want to. Well, you die a lot, and I have to come and rescue you.
Yep.
And also because when I'm making Minecraft videos, I want to be able to do things quicker. So I don't want to spend hours and hours doing stuff and making things. Sometimes, like in the movies, there's a little bit of magic going on in the background just to like speed things along and get stuff made.
Okay.
So this is what we've done here. I've actually got a building I've already made and saved.
Okay.
So this block is going to allow me to load it into the game. Like so. And if I put load, it will show me where it is. Now, Just ignore what I'm doing for the moment because I'm just literally making sure it's on the ground and it's going to be across there. So I might want to rotate it. No, we don't want it out over the sea, do we? Like that. So this is just showing me a big square as to where my building's going to be put.
Okay.
Right. So by the magic of Minecraft.
Ding.
Ding.
Oh my gosh.
So this is a house that I've designed and, well, used from a similar one. But this is the sort of thing you can use using just those same materials we were using just now. Now, because I'm in creative mode, I can actually fly.
I can fly.
So you can see what we've done here is we've used cobblestone and we've used planks from trees. And inside here we've got our own little galley area with our furnace and chest. And we've got a brewing stand and an enchanting table and all sorts of bits and pieces.
So what's the chest over there then? The other colour one?
That's a ender chest. I'll explain that later on.
Oh, okay.
So, but this is it. You can really expand out and you can get a lot of stuff in this tiny little area down here. And then we've got ladders here. And we can go up and we can make this into like a bedroom. And we've even got glass in here. But we could take the glass out.
Is that how you get through the door?
No, that's not how you do it. I'm just doing it for effect. So you can see we can get a nice little view out the window. And we won't get rain on our head. And then if we want, we can go up another level.
I might be moving in this one.
Oh, the bed fell off in this game.
No.
There we go. The bed's supposed to be in the game there like that.
Near the broken window.
Yep. So here, this would be the main bedroom. So downstairs could be like the lounge. This could be the main bedroom. And you can see I haven't finished it off because I'm sort of showing the sort of structure that you use. This is all using spruce wood from spruce trees. And it's just using those different textures. And there would normally be a ladder here that would allow you to go up another level. But I'm just going to fly up here. And this would be your little attic. And you can build whatever you want up here. You can like hide your chests up here or your secret stuff you don't want anyone to find.
I've got loads of chests
Yeah, exactly.
in my little room.
and it's got all, you see they've got the little shapes of the windows. So we've used oak wood here and spruce wood there.
So where did you get your idea for the design then? Is it something you've seen or just went on?
Well, what I did is I went to the internet and looked at different houses that you could actually get. I thought I'd just do that so you could get like a screenshot for that. And we'll do that. So the idea here is that I looked at different houses and I found like the farmhouse, which is quite nice and quite easy to do. But it has a particular look and style. And when you're working in a forest like this, you want something that uses the natural resources.
Yeah.
So I decided to use this by building from the natural resources I could find.
Okay.
So I'd seen houses shaped like this, so I went on the internet. And I can't remember what the name of the style is, but I went on the internet and looked for houses particularly that are designed to look like that. And sort of did a bit of a copy and then had a look on the internet and actually found someone had done one like this in Minecraft. And this is the tiny one. There is a medium-sized one and a massive one.
Wow.
The massive one has got a massive basement underneath it and is quite spectacular. But yeah, as you can see, you can go from, you can see our little mud hut now has grown now.
Hey. Oh.
And it's now covered in grass there. So it'd be much harder for anyone to find. If you're walking around, it just looked like a hill.
It does.
See, if you go over here, it just looks like nothing but a hill. See?
There you go.
Look at that little hidden house.
Hidden house.
So yeah, that's my episode today on building houses and sort of giving you all an idea of what you can go away and actually make.
Thanks. Busy.
So yes, there's quite a few bits you can actually do, and as you can see, we can build these different styles of houses, and they look quite good.
Yep.
So thanks for coming along. I'm sorry I haven't gone into huge amounts of detail on the building of each one, But what I want to do is try and encourage people to go away and actually have a go.
Yep.
And making things and see what you can do. I'll finish these off and we'll post some pictures up on Twitter and Facebook and stuff. And next time we come back here, we'll see the houses being used and stuff.
I'll move in.
You're going to move into one. You're going to pick one.
I'll pick one and move in.
Right. Okay then. Thanks very much. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please leave a like. Please subscribe if you haven't done that so far. And tell all your friends about me.
Yeah.
Come and get them to join in as well.
Yep.
See you later. See you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.